How do you
Actually,
think this path will kind of shorten if there was better, academia collaboration? As in, you're talking about the non-tech side, and there are a lot of colleges that have that kind of talent as well.
right.
So, in that aspect, how do you think, in general, how do you think an academia collaboration would help it?
It would help a lot because we talk about tech industry and we're talking about specialized courses for that, right? But then you're talking about somebody who's done a BA or a BCom, right? A simple graduation, right? Or a BSc. What can that person, and no plans to do an MBA, doesn't want to do an MBA, doesn't, cannot do an MBA because of maybe financial reasons, XYZ. What is a pathway that you can give them for different this thing? So those colleges, those academia, those smaller tier 2, tier 3 colleges which are there, which are maybe independent colleges also, or maybe polytechnic institutes, industry needs to work much more closely with them to be able to guide their students. See, those students don't know what job they're going to get. They just want to get into a course because mere ko kuch job, going to get some job actually, right? But they have no idea what is your career prospects. Okay, what can you do? Where can you do? How can you grow? So I think industry collaboration with those tier 2, tier 3 polytechnic institutes are very important to increase the overall employability factor of the youth today in the country. And I'm just talking at the ground level, actually, where the base of the pyramid at this point of time.
Actually, if you see, it is what is job readiness? Simulation. Simulation, right? In a simulation, academia should know. Have you played? There was a game called Second Life where you can actually go. You can in a system. You can work in at IBM. There is a virtual world, right? Job readiness, I feel, is simulation, right? Where the academia should come and see how the industry works, and where the industry should see how our education works, and they should create a simulation where the student walk and experience the same, right? I guess it can't happen if both collaborate.
Yeah. So in fact, if you look at education institutes, other than your specialized program, so if you're, let's say, doing hotel management, right, there is no choice, you are doing internships, right, you're doing rotations. If you are doing engineering, if you are doing law, if so, I'm taking specialized segments. The minute you go for generalized courses, there is no internship concept. Students today are doing internships of their own volition. So platforms like Internshala, etc., are supporting students to get those internships. We take a lot of interns coming typically from non-tech backgrounds, doing BA, BCom, and coming in for wanting to learn something about a startup, wanting to do something different, and that is their own volition that they're picking up. I'll give an example. I had a team member who joined us as an intern. And you said cost of hiring is zero. We eventually, in 1.5 months, we realized she's a great fit. We moved her in. We said, you become full time resource. She's never done sales before, but she did sales for a year. She was really good at it. And she said, I did BSc. I didn't want to study MSc, but COVID happened. So my parents said, do MSc. So I did MSc. And it's only in MSc we had one session where someone from the industry came and spoke about different job opportunities, is when I knew there is a field called HR. I knew there is a field called marketing. And that's when I said, okay, how will I learn these fields? Let me try and do internships. So she went on, then of course, like it was her own, curiosity, etc., and her own, I would say, smartness to figure things out, and did one internship with HR, one internship with marketing, then came here to do business development. And she said, how else will I get to know all of this?